Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Yeah, rocking the old logo, but out here in my lab doing what I do for you. I got a good lesson for you today. Trust me on that one. You always say that. Yeah, and I'm always on point too. I ain't lied yet. Let's go. Writers 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. Message in a story for life. I give life lessons. I'm gonna give you another one today. Another one. Something near and dear to my heart. Let's go. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking is a way of life, and it is a way of life through mental and spiritual discipline when daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. And listen to that word, spiritual discipline. It's important today. In today's lesson, pay attention. Let's go. Know thyself is your job. My mission is to give it to you. Your job is to learn it and use it and make it yours. Let's go. Know thyself. That's what it end up happening. You take these lessons and master and perfect them. You will know yourself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them with spiritual knowledge. I'm the spiritual love clock. I wake up with knowledge of self. I got you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to Maya, be true. Today, you heard me mention spiritual discipline. That's in my mission statement because it's an important factor if you're going to be right thinking or live what we call a spiritual lifestyle, aka Maya. Is spirituality mixed with knowledge and understanding. That makes you spiritually enlightened. Let's go. Right thinkers, let's talk about my favorite, spiritual discipline, aka doing the right thing. And I keep saying the right thing because good, bad, right, wrong, I just play on the concept of right. And in order for me to do that and make it authentic and make it work, I have to do that. Exercise what I'm teaching. So let's go. Spiritual discipline is something that I live by. Is I'm holding myself accountable or holding myself to a higher standard of living. I call it spiritual lifestyle. Why? Because I'm holding myself to a spiritual discipline for my higher self. How do God look at me? How would He see me and what I'm doing? Is it pleasing to Him? That's spiritual discipline. Not to say, I know right from wrong, whatever. And I pick, no. Consequences is a result of an action. Karma is just that. If you do good action, you're going to get good results. Bad action, bad result. Don't complain about the results you get from your action. Let's go. Sorry about that. Get back to the lesson. But spiritual discipline holds yourself accountable. Will have you doing what? What's right and pleasing to your higher self. Again, I answer to that guy. He's up there now. When he was here, I wanted to make my man proud. Still want to do my mom proud. Again, we as children grew up wanting to make our parents proud by what? Doing the right thing. So I hold myself accountable to just that spiritually. All right? If you can have a purpose, if you can have reason and symbolically make something have a reason, purpose for you, it will hold you to a higher standard. That's what spiritual discipline does. I believe in a higher power. I believe in God. If you're atheist, you don't got spiritual discipline. Let's go. Spiritual discipline, when used daily, will what? Change your life for what? The better. That's right thinking philosophy guarantee. I guarantee you, if you implement spiritual disciplines in your daily life, trust me, you will change. Why? Because it's going to stop you from doing stuff that you did when you didn't use spiritual discipline. Spiritual ignorance. The opposite of spiritual discipline is spiritual ignorance. Okay? Spiritual discipline is spiritual knowledge, spiritual light, whatever you want to call it. But the opposite of it is ignorance. All right? Here you go. Spiritual discipline is what keeps you on that spiritual path of righteousness. I hold myself accountable to do what's right. Why? I don't care. I'm not compromising my principles or morals for nobody or nothing. That's why. Spiritual discipline keeps you what? Obedient to your higher self. That's what it's all about. I use it myself. I don't just teach it, preach it. I live it. I exercise it. Okay? That's important also. There you go. Right living when daily is what? Using your spiritual disciplines. Again, we pray, we meditate, but when your actions got to be accountable for, that's when you need to invoke the spiritual disciplines. If you're a right thinker, you have spiritual knowledge, you know right from wrong spiritually. It ain't just we learn that as children, but now with spiritual knowledge, you learn how to act spiritually, conduct yourself in a respectful manner, treat people you want to be treated. If you don't want something done to you, don't do it to somebody else. That is just wrong. Okay? And people, please understand that. Spiritually enlightened people have use. People, spiritually enlightened ones have used spiritual disciplines when? Daily. Because in order to become spiritually enlightened, there's some things that you have to do. And on a daily basis, you have to use your disciplines to do what you need to do. The right thing. Trust me. Spiritual disciplines is what drives me to be my best self. Striving for greatness. Again, to be that, you have to put the work in. You just can't talk about it. You just can't wish it. Sure can't pray and meditate on it. You have to do it. Nike, just do it. Okay, I like that concept because sometimes that's what it takes. All right, if you think you can make it without using spiritual discipline in your life daily, wrong. I'm gonna leave that right there. I ain't even gonna. No, you just wrong. You can't live. Watch this. Righteous and spiritual lifestyle without using spiritual discipline. That's what makes it a spiritual and righteous lifestyle. You're doing the right thing. You're holding yourself accountable to do just that. Not what he pissed me off. He said this, she did that. Excuses for doing the wrong thing. That's all they are. That's all they are. And even when some people are right because they think they're right, they give them the right to be disrespectful, arrogant, and nasty. If you did something or somebody did something to you and you're in the right, if you engage, my pastor say, once you get in the mud with the pig, you just as dirty as the pig. Okay? And you on their terms. I'm the eagle. I'm Haru. I fly above all that nonsense. If you want to deal with me, I can tell you, my elevators in my penthouse is the 20th floor. Average is at 10. So I got to come down to even deal with you. So I'm going to condescendingly come on down, not disrespectfully, but yeah, that's why. Because everybody ain't up here where I'm at. And ain't a whole bunch of stuff up here. Everybody down here. I can come down there. I'm from there. I come from there. I made it to the top with hard work and putting in my work. That's what makes the difference. So if you're doing that, you fly high. But if you want to stay in the muck of the mire of everybody else, just keep doing what you're doing. Do you. Okay? How you go? Next one. Sorry about that. A little dissertation there. All right. But watch this. Doing what's right is rewarded by blessings. That's how you get blessed. I've been explaining that to you. I talked to my pastor this morning, gave him that concept. He said, you're right, brother. Thank you. So here you go. I teach it. I don't preach it. I tell you and I show you that right living, a.k.a. Maya, will be rewarded by what? Blessings. I'm blessed every day. I've been telling you that for years, so that's not nothing new for me. But if you want to try this lifestyle, you live my yacht and watch how you get blessed. Right thinkers, watch this. Learn that you earn your blessings with what? Righteous living, aka my yacht, right thinking philosophy. When you hold yourself accountable to a higher standard level of living, you become a different person. Trust me. If you serve your higher self by what? Doing the right thing when? Daily. That's when you get your blessings. Daily. You don't got to put a week in a hole. I'm just saying, it's a little joke in there. All right. What do you think you get from living lies, being sneaky and deceitful and spiritually lazy? Nothing. You get a call, you get a visit from my girl Karma. You're going to get just what you deserve. And that's what it's all about. When you're doing the right thing, everybody jump up and down, oh, yeah, yeah. But if you think you can get rewarded from doing the wrong thing, you crazy as all get out. Trust me. If when you're doing something that's working, you stop doing it, and what was working, getting your blessing, you ain't getting what that tell you. You did something wrong. Doing the right thing, always get rewarded with blessings. Trust me on that one. I know. Here you go. Let me wrap this up. I'm gonna get a little long here. Let me do this. Here you go. Right thinking philosophy teaches you what? Spiritual discipline and how to use it when daily. That's when you need it. Not yesterday's discipline gonna do you no good. Tomorrow's discipline ain't got here yet. Present right now. I show you what spiritual discipline can do when mastered. You will have your emotion in check, you have your ego in check, you have your patience in check, you have all the qualities that's going to stand out and see people see you for who you are. You want to have all those things in check so they can see that it's visible. Okay, I can't claim to be the right thinking and acting a fool. This is another tidbit. You can't use spiritual discipline. Watch this. When you want to, it don't work that way. Like some people, they only deal with God when they need something. They only go to God when they're in need. You think He don't know that? You really? That's just foolishness. Okay, here you go. Where we at now? Okay, next one. You use spiritual discipline. Why? Because you choose to. That's how it will work for you. You can only use it if you're aware of it, and if you know it, then you can employ it. If you're ignorant of it, you can't use something you don't know. Spiritual disciplines is not doing what you know is wrong. You spiritually discipline, you hold yourself accountable not to do the thing that you know is wrong. You say, well, no. Brothers, side chick is a direct indicator you don't have spiritual discipline, because the side chick is a desire that so that's not spiritually disciplined, okay? Last one, I'm about to wrap it up again. I appreciate you tuning in. Knowing thyself is done and mastered by what? Spiritual discipline daily. When you do something on a continual basis, guess what? You tend to get good at it. You tend to get better at it. Get my point? Let's go. My spiritual disciplines keep me what? Sharp and alert to what? All the ignorance that I'm around when I'm out and about around people who don't have spiritual discipline or use spiritual discipline. I have to allow for that and maintain. That's the part about my spiritual discipline that keeps me in due bounds, okay? I can't act the fool no matter what. I'm the right thinking man. That's the whole point. If I'm going to advocate that, I have to do just that, and I'm not compromising nothing for nobody. I'm going to do what I know is right. That's spiritual discipline at its best. If I let you upset me, I'm not using my spiritual discipline. I let me get me out of my norm. So maintaining my cool, having an air of respectability so that I don't get emotional or let my ego take over and get me out of pocket. So I'm learning. Again, those are things you want to master. I'm still working on certain things. And again, I practice my spiritual disciplines when? Daily. Now, I'm a master at it, and that's the reason why. I don't do it every now and then. I implement it daily, and I want to get better at it, so I practice daily. Last one. I can teach you spiritual disciplines, but like anything else, you have to put in the work and use it. That's your job. I give it, you receive it, you use it, we good to go. I'll be back. I got more for you.